Hello, good morning class. How are you all doing? I hope by the grace of God you are all doing very well. Today we are going to continue our lessons, and I hope someone can tell me the strand that we are treating now, and someone can also tell me the substrand that we are still treating. So the other time we met we were on the strand 2, algebra. And then on the strand 2, we have substrand 1, which we did as patterns. And then we came to what? Algebraic expression as substrand 2. The patterns as is substrand 1. Algebraic expression, is the substrand 2. We are still on that. But you know, the substrands, as substrands keeps on changing, indicators also changes. Today we are going to look at a certain indicator. And I believe someone can recall the indicators we treated on the last time we met, or for the last time we met. The indicator that we treated was what? And someone told me, yes, I believe you know, that is writing algebraic expressions for the perimeters of certain shapes, and then also writing algebraic expressions for word problems. These are the two things we treated within the 2 different days. Today we are looking at algebraic expression for area of shapes. Area, we have done perimeter. We said perimeter is the distance around, the sum of the distance around a plane figure or shape. Here we are looking at the area of what? A shape. We have done area in grade 5. Area, where we said area of rectangles, length and breadth, area of triangle, half times base times height, and all those common shapes. Area of square is that is side times whatever. You see, we've done all these things before. So here we are looking at what area the plane figure is. So area of the plane figure is the number of unit squares that can be contained within it. So for instance, if I have this, and I want to look at the area, the unit square is unit 1. So every 1 centimeter square, here is 1, here is 1, here is 1. You measure this 1 centimeter square box within a particular shape. How many it will go there is what we call the area. If you have 1 unit square, that is a square that has 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. If you put them in the object and it covers, if you count them, that becomes the area of the square. But in other words, it is the space the surface occupies. So if I have a surface, this plane figure, the surface here, the space that it covers on the board, this space that it covers on the board becomes the area of this plane figure. The space that your table covers in the classroom, the classroom is a big place, but you have a particular place that you sit in the class. That space that you cover, that space that your table and your chair cover is what we call the area. That is your area. That's why sometimes we say, oh, my area there's a mango, my area there's this. It means that is where you locate. Where you locate within the earth is your area. The same thing applies to these plane shapes. So we look at the common shapes like rectangle and triangle. These are the common shapes, plane figures that we know. We have other plane figures, but these are the common, the triangle, the rectangle, and then the square. But we look at rectangle and triangle. And we know that area of a rectangle is length and breadth. That is what we were taught in grade 5, grade 4. Your science teacher taught you this, and even your math teacher. And the area of a triangle is half times base times what? Height. These are the 2 common ones that we'll be looking at. We are going to look at a couple of examples here. Write the algebraic expression for the area of the following shapes. So we'll look at the shapes, and then we'll try how do we write algebraic expression for those the area of those shapes. Alright, so as I told you, we are looking at writing algebraic expressions for the area of certain plane figures or shapes. Now if you look at this number 1, the example 1 here, we have this one. I hope you know the shape. It's a rectangle. It's a kind of rectangle. And we know that the area of the rectangle is length times what? Breadth. And we know that this is the length. The longer part is length, and that is what? 8 times. And then the shorter part, which is breadth. It can be breadth or width. That's why. So it means that the algebraic expression for the area is 8 times what? Y. And we know 8 times y is equals what? 8 what? Y. So this is the algebraic what? Expression for the area of the first figure, which is the rectangle. Length and breadth. And the length was 8, the breadth was what? Y. And we know that 8 times y, if you multiply a number by an alphabet, is the number with what? The alphabet. So the algebraic expression is 8 what? Y. Is that clear? This one is a number multiplying what? An alphabet. As we said, the algebraic expression is a number, either a number with an alphabet adding, multiplying, subtracting, or what? Dividing. So this is an expression for the area of what? The rectangle, the first one. Now look at this. This looks like trapezium. Trapezium, there are sides, and the sizes are what? Triangles. So we have, in the middle, we have the rectangle, and the sides, we have triangle. So it means that here, there's a rectangle which is going to be added to a triangle. The area of a triangle plus the area of what? Rectangle. So we have 2 triangles here. So we have to find the area of the 2 triangles, and then the area of the rectangle, which is in the middle, then we add them. Because we are saying that algebraic expression is either you are adding, multiplying, or what? Or subtracting or dividing. But here you don't divide because this is a plane figure, they are all together. So if something is all together, you will find the area. When you finish, you put them all together, you add them. All together is add. You remember, all these shapes, they are what? Because they are all together, when you find the area, you find the area for this triangle, the area for the rectangle in the middle, then add them together. Remember all together in the what you call certain word problems that we did, that word all together is. So here you can find the area of the rectangle first. So the area of the rectangle, So we can even, you can indicate here as A, let's say B, and what? C. So that when you find your area, you can now add them. So area of the rectangle, which is A, or area of A, let's make it A. And we know the A is the rectangle. And the rectangle is the length. So 6, we won't write the formula here. This is the length. And then the breadth is what? K. Remember, the breadth is what? K. This is the breadth. So K. So times what? K. Are you getting it? So we have 6 what? K. Now we are done with the A. Let's look at the B, area of B. You know, area of B is a triangle. It is not a rectangle, please. This is a triangle. So we know that the formula of a triangle is half times base times height. Here I wrote it because of the nature of the formula. So here we are going to multiply. Half is constant. Base, the down number. That is the 2 times 2. And then height is the K. Height is the length, the longer part of the triangle, which is K. So times what? K. I hope we understand it for the B. This is area, and we know this B is a triangle. So, and we know triangle is half times base and height. Half is constant. It means it is already in the formula, so you can't take it away. So 1/2 times the base. The base is 2. The base is the down, the shorter part of it. And the height is the K. That's the height of the triangle. So when you multiply this one, you can cross out. Remember, you can cross these things out. 2 and 2 can cross out. So you can cross this one out. 1 and here 1. So we have what? K. 1 times K is what? K. So the area of the B is K. Is that clear? So we are looking at the area of C. What we finish, we add all, because up here the shape is all. They are all 1. So when you finish, you add all the answers you have together and to give you the algebraic expressions of the area of the object. Is that clear? So let's look at the C. So then we are looking at the area of C. And we know that the area of C is also from the shape, it is also a triangle. So we have base, height. Half times base times height. And that one, the base is 2. That is half is constant. Base is also 2. And the height is also K. So it's the same thing. And so when you cross out this and this can cross out, this one and this one. So we have what? K. 1 times K is K. Now when we finish, the area of the object, the total area, all, then you add the first one, which is the area of A, which is 6K, plus the area of what? B, which is K, plus C, which is K. Please note that the shape were together. So when you finish finding their areas, you put them together so that it becomes algebraic. And we know that all the 6k plus k plus k will be 8 1k because 6. This k 7, 8. We have 8k. This is the final answer for the area of the algebraic expression for the area of the second example, which is the trapezium. I hope we understand it. The object was 1, but we decided to demarcate them, to break them into pieces so that we can find their area. And so the first one was rectangle. We find the area, we had 6 times k, which is 6k. The second one, we had 3 triangles at the extreme end of the shape. So when we find the area of the B, it was half times base times height. And we had 1/2 times 2 times k. And we crossed out, we had k. The second one to be same thing, half times the C. The area of C is half times base times height. And it was the same, we have k. Because the object is together, the object was 1. We decided to break it into different parts. After that, we have to add all. We conclude by saying the area for the object. Then we add all, 6k plus k plus k. That gives us 8 what? K. So the final answer for that object or shape is 8k. And it's an algebra. It's expressing the area of that what? That shape. And you realize there's an alphabet of what? Numbers. So we are trying to express the area of that shape. And then we had 8k. Do we understand it? Is there any question to ask? First, the object was made up of 2 triangles at the edge and 1 rectangle in the middle. So you cannot find all the area together just like that. It confuse you. I can do that. But you being kids, you'll be confused. That's why I decided that we have to demarcate it. So I intentionally gave the numbers. The middle is A, the other side is B, the other side is C. So we find the area of A, and the A was rectangle, and we know rectangle's length and breadth. So it was, the length was 6, and the breadth was what? K, when you look at the shape. So length and breadth, which is 6k. 6k. Okay, length and breadth. The breadth is this, and the length is so 6k for the rectangle A. Then we find the area of what? B. And we know that the area of B is triangle. So each formula is different. The triangle is half times base times height. And the base was 2. The base is the down here, from here to here. And then height is the k. So we have half times what? 2 times what? K. And we know that in multiplication of fractions, you can cross the base and then what? You can cross the denominator and what? The numerator. So we cross the 2 out and we had k. And we did the same for the C. We had k. When we finish, we add all together, and that would be the area for what? The trapezium or the shape given. And that is when we add, we have 6k plus k plus k. And that gives us what? 8k. So that is the algebraic expression for the area of that shape for the number 2. Is that clear? That is the same idea you use when you give you any other shape. And then you try them. So probably I'll give you one example or two. A try question, then you try them at home. You have some of them too in your textbook. And maybe along the way I'll tell you the what do you call the page, so that you can go there and solve a lot of questions over there as well. So thank you very much. If you have questions, please contact me and I'll answer them for you. I hope these algebraic expressions are very nice topic. And hope to meet you in the next lesson. Be a good child at home. Help your mother. Alright, so we are going to try this. Try this at home by yourself. Find the algebraic expression for the area of each of these shapes. The first shape is triangle. That's 2k, k. And so you should be able to know the height and what? The breadth or the base. And here we have a rectangle with what? Triangle on top. The rectangle is drawn in such a way that the base was down. So we have the height, which is A. The height is the middle. The triangle, the height is the middle. And then the rectangle, the length is what? The 12. And then the breadth is what? 2A. So note here, it means that we have triangle and what? Rectangle. So you have to find the area of the triangle and the area of what? The rectangle. Then you add them together. But if you look at the triangle here, A is the height. So you know the height as A. And then B is the base. And the base is this base, the triangle, the base of this triangle is the same as the breadth of what? The rectangle. So if the here is 2a, it means the base is going to be also what? 2a. So you find the area for the triangle and the area for the rectangle, add them. Then you get the area for the whole shape. And it will be in the form of what? Algebraic expression. There's going to be numbers and what? Alphabet, adding or multiplying. So that is the try question. Try them, and then next time when we meet, we'll discuss on that. So thank you for listening to my lesson, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have understood it. Thank you very much. We shall meet some other day. Bye bye.